up, everybody out there? It is the Buds and Sports. And I have to start off the day with a woo after today's games. Man.
Meh.
Today was a crazy day of NFL. I hope you guys out there had NFL package or at a bar watching it because there were so many games that were just wild endings.
You thought week 1 was full of fuckery.
Yeah, you thought week 1 was the shenanigans. week two said, hold my beer.
Hey, 2022 on some shit so far.
2022 taking my money. That's what it's doing.
Yeah. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed the games. We hope your team was able to hold off a win because a lot of teams couldn't hold off a win today.
Gosh.
But we are the Buttons Sports, and as always, we are your 3 hosts. I am Doug, Lightning Leche, a.k.a. We in Cooper Rush, we trust.
With your boys. Hey, we say that with a laugh.
Oh, God.
Got with me to my right, Spuddy McGee.
What's going on? How's it going? How's it hanging? What to do, everyone? And yes, I did bet against the Cowboys this week. I will admit, because I had no trust in that fucking offense. And you know what? I still don't. It's just Bengals played that bad. They played that bad.
And the defense played that good.
They played that good, but the Bengals were just that bad.
I mean, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And to my left, Mr. Francis.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Week 2 was probably crazier than week 1.
No,
a lot of these games. Sheesh. Crazy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's hop right into it. Week 2, a lot of crazy shenanigans. And let's start off with, I thought was probably the best game of the day. Dolphins-Ravens. Man, this game was crazy.
I did pick the Dolphins to win, but not like that.
But not like that.
That is not what I envisioned. If you told me Tua was going to have 6 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. If you told me Tyreek Hill and Waddle both go 40 apiece on fantasy football, WR1 and 2 sharing 40.
Sharing 40?
Against the Ravens?
Insane.
And 2
against the Ravens. Sheesh.
Insane.
It's wild.
I watched this game, and honestly, Ravens defense lost this game for them. Like, it was literally their defense, not like both Tyreek's touchdowns were both like just blown coverages. Like, Tyreek was just wide open, and then they just, I mean, like I said, I don't know if it's their defense. I don't know if this is the new look Dolphins, because when you think about it, like, Waddle's fast, Tyreek's fast, Edmonds fast, Moster's fast.
Yeah. I mean, they're still dealing with some banging up people in the secondary when it comes to the Ravens, but still, they had enough players to, prevent this from happening as is.
Because the offense did his job. The offense put up 38 points.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson was near perfect. When he ran that like 70-something yard touchdown, I was like, GG, it's over. But,
like, that's a dagger right there.
Yeah. I give it up to the Dolphins. Tua stayed poised. He hit the throws when he needed to hit it, and those 2 interceptions were early interceptions. He shook them off. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is just the Dolphins, if this was just the Ravens fluke, but yeah.
28 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
28 points in the fourth fucking quarter.
Yeah.
Like you should have won. You're not supposed to win if that was the case.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about it. Now, I'm not saying Dolphins are a bad team. I'm just like, Ravens should have put it away. The Ravens lost it compared to the Dolphins winning it, I feel like.
Yeah, and I blame it more on the defense rather than the offense because, like I said, I thought Lamar played a near-perfect game.
I mean, yeah, the offense was set up to be like, we're running out the clock, try to control as much as possible, don't make the mistakes, and yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Dolphins team, I'm really interested now. Like, I'm not fully invested, but I'm definitely hella interested.
No, I really think how Miami came together in the offseason, it just created a monster.
Hey, yo, give it up for Mike McDaniels.
No, Mike McDaniels coming in at the perfect time once the pieces were already there coming in. Because let's give Brian Flores credit. He built a lot of that.
That defense was definitely him.
Yeah, so, but how that situation, so many things came from so many different places for Miami in the offseason, in these last 2 off seasons, and it created this perfect storm. And now, no one in that division wants to play them, and they're a dark horse team. I'm going to say that right now. The Dolphins are a dark horse team. They have a very solid defense. I feel comfortable putting them, Ravens put 38 up, but I do feel confident that defense can play at a top 15 level.
Yeah.
And so when you have that much firepower on offense to go with that, you're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what Dolphins do.
And I will say, Ravens did put up 38, but I wouldn't put that 38 all on the defense because Tua did throw interceptions close to the red zone. So it was but when Ravens got the ball, they're already there, and the defense just got off the field, and it's come on.
And there was a kick return.
Yeah, and a kick return.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it wasn't like the defense was just giving up points. It just
big plays. They allowed big plays happen because you got the Bateman. You had the Bateman catch that was 75 yards. Then you got another 76 yards from Lamar. You know, those are big ass plays. So
I mean, they gave up, but like Francis said, I think they are a solid defense, and I do see them as a dark horse. But I think next week they play the Bills, if I'm not mistaken.
And nice matchup.
I do think that will be the test. If they can they don't got to win the game, but if they don't get blown out, then I'm like, okay, maybe they got something going on in Miami.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to give them the test just yet. I want the test mid-season. Because right now everything's ripe. Right now everyone's like rah, we're on it. But it's usually towards the mid to end of the season. That's when we'll see that they'll get it out. I mean, it's the same thing when we look at the Cardinals later in the season. You know, look what happened. Like nine wins in a row, and they flamed out towards the end and dudded up in the playoffs.
No, exactly. My thing is this: every season, every football season, there's a 4, 5, 6-0 fraud.
Yeah.
and by week 4, week 5, we're gonna have some fraud candidates. We're gonna talk about them.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna sniff them out.
That's why, you know what, with the Dolphins, I'm not saying they're gonna be trash. I'm just saying we'll see.
No.
We'll see right now. I
was gonna say, I'm not 100% on the wagon, but I do, I am interested now, like I said.
I'm definitely interested because there's so many times where I'm like, hey, yo, this team's looking nice. Then they fucking flam out mid-season. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, look. I'm going to give you more confidence to the Dolphins right now because let's compare 2-0 teams right now. And you tell me which one's the fraud. Is it the Dolphins or is it the Giants? Huh?
Yeah.
It's the Dolphins. What the fuck?
No.
It's the Dolphins.
The Giants are on their way to being number 1 fraud candidate. I hope they go 4-0.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, there you go.
Play them next week.
Yeah. Chill.
We're gonna have Daniel Jones versus Cooper Rush next week.
Yeah. Hey, fireworks. That's prime time. That's prime time right there. That is prime fucking time. But I mean, to conclude it, on the undefeated, there's not that many undefeated teams left. I mean, we're not counting the Monday night games, but I mean, yeah, you got the Giants, you got the Bucks, you got the Dolphins.
I think that's pretty much it besides the Monday night games.
Oh, the Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh, the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs.
And then we'll find out tomorrow if there's any more undefeateds. But yeah, it's a small lineup this time around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the Bucks, that was a very gritty game. J-Bo being J-Bo, you know.
Look at. When I got the report saying, "Oh, he's in a lot of pain and he has fractures in his fucking lumbar,"
yeah, that's what I kept thinking about the whole game.
I'm like, yo, do you want to mess up your back? Like hearing that before the game even started. I'm like, the fuck is he doing? You know?
Yeah,
you could be out there.
Yeah,
yes.
I know he wants to be out there because of injuries, but that's your back. If one bad hit, you could get paralyzed, or you could fucking do some nerve damage. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean, the fact that he was already all in pain and playing with discomfort, I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be a low scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the most part, it was until like the very end, and you know, that's when the biggity picks started happening.
Yeah, I think it was definitely towards the end because once the picks started happening, the defense kept having to literally go from sitting down to back on the field, sitting down to back on the field, and that's when they started scoring. Was when the defense started getting tired.
Yeah, and out of that scuffle, it did affect the Saints more than it affected the Bucks. Because I mean, Mike Evans is a great receiver, but Lattimore is just as much, you know, if I feel like more valuable on the defense of the Saints than Evans is at the Bucks with the offense, if you get what I mean.
Yeah,
because they still had weapons on the Bucks. Like Saints, you kind of, when it comes to defense, you kind of need everyone there so you know their job, especially your number one, like one of your number one corners. Once you lose that you know.
Yeah,
look
but you can tell too. The Bucks were hurting on offense with no. They had no receivers, especially once Mike Evans got ejected.
Yeah, that all three of your top receivers gone. Up next, Scotty Miller.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be a rough next couple of weeks for the Bucks until they can get healthy. Because but
hey, they mustered out a win though.
Now they must have had a win. Tom Brady finally beat New Orleans. Finally.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. They had control early, but that slipped away.
Yeah, no, like I said, it wasn't a good game by the Saints offense. Yeah. And then you don't have no Kamara on top of that.
Mike Ingram's fumbled the ball, so there's a lot of turnovers on the Saints that kind of they kind of gave away the game. You know, they gave away the control, and they allowed Bucks to, you know, get the win.
Basically, steal the dough. Because they played a good game up into there. The offense could have just mustered something, or not turn over the ball when they were driving. You know, probably could have won the game.
Yeah, that shit was rough. Speaking of rough, another rough game was watching the Patriots-Steelers game.
But it was as ugly as we all thought it was going to be.
Bro. Mitch equals bitch. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Hey. Right after the game, does Trubisky sit now? It's already happening.
Yeah, it's already week 2.
Sit him.
Week 2.
It can't be any worse than what's going on right now.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Nelson Aguilar got a good game, but he bailed out Mac Jones. The touchdown. That touchdown. Bad throw, but great catch by Nelson Aguilar. The man fucking mossed the hell out of boy.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, Mac. It's not like the Patriots had a better game. It's just they made the plays when it was. They just made the plays to get the win, but. You can definitely tell, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to watch the Steelers with TJ Watt and then watch the Steelers without TJ Watt. It's like day and night. Like they go from a playoff contender to bottom 3.
Like, and to be honestly, the Patriots really got lucky because that Nelson Aguilar touchdown that bailed them out, and then they scored off a muffed punt, which led to a good field position and a touchdown. Other than that, you know, like the Patriots really weren't doing too much.
Yeah, no,
either.
The Patriots don't look good right now. No, I think this year is the year that they finally break that playoff streak and don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely got the dub just because
No
Steelers
pressure.
were just more ass. Yeah.
Like if TJ Watt was in there, Mac Jones would have had terrible game.
If TJ was Watt in there, this game would have been 3-14. Steelers.
Maybe 21-3 because of a defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
You know.
Sheesh.
But yeah, overall the game was pretty.
Yeah, it was a stinker of a game.
It was stinker.
Yeah, I don't know how many more games like that Mitch got.
Yeah.
Like I think he might get pulled next game. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who they play against next, but I mean, they're not going to bench him after two games.
Steelers play Browns Thursday night. This upcoming Thursday.
They'll know by then if Mitch is like if he plays another game like this 3 times in a row, they're gonna start. Yeah, they're gonna start flirting with it.
No, I know he's gonna get the start this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like if he goes out this Thursday and looks as ass as he's been, then
yeah,
hit the shower skid.
Yeah, because they're not utilizing like the receiving core has been quiet, and it's not even them. It's just the quarterback play.
Yeah,
you know,
literally,
it's rough right now in Steeler land.
Bro, Ben could not throw it over 5 yards, and you tell me he mustered out more offense than you? Crazy.
Mm-hmm. At least you heard Deontay Johnson's name.
I was, as a fantasy owner, I was happy. I was like, 7 receptions, fuck it. with Mitch, that's a 100-yard game. Yeah, it's bad in Steelers land right now until TJ comes back. It's just crazy to me how much like one defensive player can impact the whole, like even the offense. He makes the offense better.
Mm-hmm. Short field
because it gives them more chances.
That's all I got to say about that game.
Yeah, it was a sloppy game.
But speaking of terrible outings, what the fuck, Colts?
No.
The offensive coordinator, fire him right now.
Colts.
I am.
Until further notice, you go to your schedule, you cross out Jacksonville, and you write Daddyville Jaguars. Okay? That's who you play against until you can beat this team.
Yeah, it's Zaddyville.
It's Zaddyville Jaguars. You're their son.
You're their son. Shitted on them. They're my son.
Yo, I really was like, you know what? Colts have this in the bag. Oh, they're only going to give them a 3-point spread. Colts got this. Yeah. Majority of my bets, Colts were in them covering the spread. What the fuck was I thinking? Oh my gosh. And here's the thing. I get they were down some players. I just didn't think Colts would stink it up like that. Even like the defense didn't do shit. Like you got to think about it like that. Like,
bro, I peeped this game a lot because like through like in the second quarter, I'm looking at my fantasy. I'm like, Jonathan Taylor should have 0 against the Jags in the second quarter. So like I'm flipping it back and forth to the TV, and it's like, dude, I'm like, why is Hines out there? You guys know you have Jonathan Taylor, right? Like he's just not out there for no reason. Like I said, maybe it's like last year because they did this a lot last year. Maybe they're trying to like not use them to get to save them for the season. But it's like, bro, last year you didn't make the playoffs. You saved them to not go to the playoffs. Like you better use them and get there. Come on, like.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was crazy to me how much they just didn't use him this game.
Yeah, you tied last week. It's not like you have cushion to fucking play like that.
Yeah,
you know. So, I mean, I get it that like probably the first quarter, like, oh, they're shutting him down. Like, so you fucking keep on handing him off the ball so he can fucking start running.
Yeah, he's the best running back in the league. If he's healthy, he plays.
Was it? He only had like 9 touches that game. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
It's they literally. What's crazy to me is They literally did the same exact thing they did last year when they played the Jags. The Jags came out, took an early lead, and they freaked out and said, "Okay, we gotta throw it. Fuck the run."
It's so stupid though, because like honestly, ever since Jonathan Taylor has been there on the team for the rookie, it's like they're so hesitant with him for like trusting him. It's like, dude, he got over 1,000 yards and some.
Yeah,
and you still want to be like, I don't know. Should we do it? No, let's give it to someone else.
I'm surprised the Jags got him that shook. Like, it's crazy.
Damn, crazy.
But clap to the Jags, though. They definitely look like an actual team this year.
Yeah.
You know, even though they lost last week, they at least fought hard and they look like a team. I mean, 24-0. You shut out an NFL team. That's pretty solid. And put up 24.
That's something.
Hey, Trevor Lawrence, only 5 incompletions.
Yeah.
Hey, good showing.
You know, against
25 for 30, 235 yards and 2 TDs. That's a hell of a day.
Everyone ate on that offense.
Oh, yeah. And, man, shout out to James Robinson. I don't know how he came back so quick from an injury and you over here eating, but good shit.
Hey, an Achilles injury, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when they said he was going to play the first game, I was like, yeah, they're just going to barely use him. And then now he's in there, and now he playing. Like,
you know what? At this point, he earned his spot to be the number 1 guy because, I mean, it's not like he's an old guy or anything. He's just a year off of fucking Etney.
No, No, I think they are, like, keeping him number 1. I think he's the clear-cut one in the room.
Yeah, because, I mean, the reason why they picked him up because, you know, Trevor Lawrence and Etney went to Clemson together.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, oh, we got to bring them together. But I'm like, hey, sometimes there's someone better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Kirk might have fucked up the season, but at least he's showing up.
Yeah. He hasn't had a dud of a game. You know, he's contributed to his team very much. So it's like, hey, you got paid for a reason. Clap, clap, clap.
To all you motherfuckers out there who said Matt Ryan was an upgrade from Wentz, he's not. I told you he wasn't. He's another Wentz.
He's another old Wentz. We'll see. We'll see if he ends up winning more games.
We'll see. But honestly, the bigger disappointment is the Colts defense. You know,
for real.
It's like, you know, you played pretty decent last year. You got some upgrades, and you're not, you know, you let the Texans score 20 on you, and then now you let the Jaguars score 24 on you. So it's like, yo, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know
something's going on.
I know the offense is not helping you, but still, it comes to a point where it's like, what are you guys doing? Why aren't you guys making stops?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on over here?
What's going on over here?
Yeah, but hey, man, Jags, like I said, they're building something there,
and they're doing better than last season. That's all I can say.
Yeah, like I said, they actually look like a football team this season.
It's just so funny how hard they're trying to justify that bag. It's so apparent. It's like you're one. Eat it.
Eat it.
You're one. Catch it. I'm throwing it to you 20 fucking times. Catch it.
But I'm full. Nope. You're not. You're not full.
You're not. Don't tell me Kirk's gonna end up top 5 fantasy receiver at the end of the season. Don't tell me that.
They're trying to make him a Triple Crown winner.
Right.
They're trying to throw the season to make him a Triple Crown winner.
Triple Crown. He would want to make the rest of the league look so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But what were you saying, Dougie?
I was gonna say I think another WTF game was what's going on with the Broncos, man. I mean, they got the dub, but they look ugly. So
that's a turn in the punch bowl right there.
The thing is, like, me and my brother said the same thing. We're like, hey, here's an unpopular take. Maybe the Broncos are just garbage. I don't know. Maybe they're just really not clicking on the right cylinders right now. They're just playing really bad football, and that's probably more on poor coaching, because when you have a roster like that, you shouldn't be playing like this. You really shouldn't.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Obviously, the defense is, young and all right. They only allowed 9 points. Cool on the defense. But when you're basically a rookie head coach, offense is your forte. You have Russell Wilson. You have all these weapons. And in 2 weeks, you really only mustered up 16 points in the teens?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And if watching them, it's like they move the ball efficiently. It's just literally when they hit that 30-yard line, they just go like they just don't know what to do after that. Like they just look horrible in the red zone. Horrible.
No, I want to say it's probably most of it coaching, because there ain't no way that with all this talent you're only putting up these type of points with,
Who's the head coach? Nathaniel Hackett? Was he the offensive coordinator for Aaron Rodgers? Or for Packers?
Yeah, he was.
If my memory tells me that the Packers offense wasn't lighting up the scoreboard either last season.
Not by much.
Their average was low 20s, maybe.
It was at times, yeah. It was.
A lot of their wins was because of their defense. But I don't remember them when you think of offenses lighting it up, it's like Chiefs, Bills, Chargers. But Packers last season, they weren't really that either.
Yeah, I mean,
not at all.
Yeah, I want to agree with that, but I don't know what Nathaniel Hackett's deal is, because last week he had that fucking let the time run out to not even do a timeout. That shit was wild. It's you really trust the long ball field goal for the win. Cool, and it didn't happen. I don't know. Something about his play calling is terrible too. It's like he's getting nervous. He has he's getting cold feet for just coaching right now.
Yeah,
and it's showing.
I think he was he almost made a decision in that moment, just not in the healthiest mindset. He felt the pressure. He's oh shit, this is a weird ass situation. It's at the maximum range of my kicker, but what's the actual right decision here? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I think you have Russell Wilson in that offense, and it was 4th and 5. It wasn't 4th and 20. Mm-hmm. You could at least go for that.
Yeah,
I know Russell Wilson would have been down for it.
You know what? Richard Sherman had an interesting take on Russell Wilson. I don't know if y'all heard it, where
I haven't.
So he said something along the lines during that whole debacle that happened, a true quarterback leader would have called a timeout no matter what. Russell Wilson needs that. Are you sure? Okay, we'll do it. He doesn't have Russell Wilson doesn't have the mindset to be nah, fuck what everyone else says. I'm taking this timeout.
Yeah, he's not a Rodgers shit. Rodgers, I don't give a fuck what the head coach says. Timeout.
Yeah. But basically, that's the difference between a super elite quarterback and a great quarterback.
Well, that's because Russell's a good old boy,
and that could be his flaw.
Yeah.
That could be his flaw.
Yeah.
He's I'm just playing what the coach gives me. Sometimes you can't play like that though. If you're the boy and they brought you in like that, you gotta take control.
Yeah.
You gotta disagree. Yeah. You gotta disagree with your offensive coordinators or head coach every now and then. You gotta have some some push. And last week was probably one of them. At
the same time, Broncos, you made the move to get Russell Wilson for these moments. Mm-hmm. The guy is known for being pretty clutch.
Yeah.
If you went out and got yourself a well-established quarterback that you know what he's about, you've seen him do it, there's proof, there's film on it, do it. Let him do the thing.
Yeah.
Like, why are you now gonna make a? It's crazy because going with that kick, it was a conservative call at the same time, super risky.
Yeah, because of how long it was.
How long it was, and it's like, no, go. You have Russell Wilson. You have pieces around you. Go with your best play.
You could
go with your best play.
You could go 10 yards up more. At least 10 yards. You could get better field position because they had timeouts, plural timeouts, and they said, "Nah, this is fine." Like, okay,
yeah.
Yeah. But speaking about this Texans game, yeah, Russell didn't have a good game. He was under 50% completion, but he came out when they needed him. So there's that.
Yeah.
They do have a lot to talk about though moving forward. I know it's only week 2 in here, but the last 2 showings have not been promising, and a little concern.
Oh, for sure. On the flippity flop, though, I'm starting to agree with Francis. Texas defense kind of looks nice. Like if Texas offense wasn't if Mills wasn't ass, then I think Texas could have won this game because Texas defense is like literally. Broncos won this game because even though they weren't doing nothing on offense and not moving the ball, they kept having chance after chance because Houston's offense was doing shit to make them be like, okay, we gotta put the pedal to the metal. He was like, no, it's still 6'3". Oh, it's 6'6". Okay, So I do think that Houston should have won this game, but I do think, Houston's defense is kind of nice. These last 2 games, it's been playing pretty solid.
Yeah, I could agree. I could definitely agree. They hold their own. They definitely hold their own.
Yeah. I said, if Mills wasn't ass, it would be a different story.
Yeah, Mills' overall record is 2-10-1. Yeah, as a starter. No, but what I did in a nutshell, what I saw from the Texans defense in the preseason, and I guess what it's showing now in the season, is they have a strong D-line, and they have, I think, this rookie corner that is actually playing pretty well. I believe his last name is Stingley. I want to say he's on the Texans balling out, but I think they have some good pieces on that side of the ball. And yeah, I agree with Doug. If there was just better quarterback play, the Texans, I mean, it pains you because it would be like a Deshaun Watson. Then they were winning games when Watson was playing, but then everything happened with that. So the Texans have to find themselves a quarterback again. It's not Mills.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Mills.
I felt like they established that last year, but they still said, fuck it. Let's see if it was a fluke. And they're like, never mind. It wasn't a fluke. We should have got a quarterback last year.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they were just like, fuck it. Let's, I think they would say fuck it. Let's just play out the season, not expecting their defense to be this good. And now they're like, well, fuck, maybe we should have got a quarterback.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a pretty boring, low-scoring game. So let's get to the other exciting 1:00 game.
Well, we forgot about the Commanders and the Lions. The Lions got their dub.
The Commanders, we get to them last. We save the weenies for last.
Why are we going to save the weenies for last?
Yeah.
Fine. You want to talk about the Lions and the Commanders?
Yeah,
I want to talk about Carson Wentz being a piece of shit and doing garbage time and pissing me off.
hey, garbage time greatness. That's what Wentz is. Wentz.
I hate it. I mean, Lions really just took control of this game and never looked back. They're the only team today to put it away and stop the comeback.
Good. Hey, that's a step for the Lions.
Hey, including last season, I think they said 3 or 4 Lions games, they've been scoring over 30 points. This offense is kind of...
Hey, they got pieces.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon St. Brown's for real.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre Swift is for real. Hawkinson's there when he wants to show up.
He got a block. He got a block. There's a reason why he ain't doing shit.
Yeah, don't forget DJ Chark is there. He's solid.
Yeah, no, they have a squad, low key. Like
They do.
You know what? They got a good depth at receiver. They got pretty decent depth because they got St. Brown, they got Chalk, they got Josh Reynolds, who used to be a Ram at one point. He provides nice support, and now they're still waiting for their rookie Jameson Williams. So they got some things going on there.
Hey, speaking of rookies, on the other side of the ball, Aiden Hutchinson had a great game today.
He did.
He had three. I think he had 3 sacks and a bunch of pressures. Hey,
he did.
That man is talent. He's talent. He's going to do good things for Detroit. But hey, 7-9, 9-7 is looking really possible right now with this team. The way they've been playing. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching the Lions play. I never thought I would say that.
Right. But I think Campbell, or I don't know if it's Campbell or the coordinator who's running the offense, but they're doing a good job with how they're using Goff. They're not making him do too much. They're like go out there and just hit the easy throws. And Goff, like today, I can like just the way he was throwing balls and like standing in the pocket and taking the pressure. He's playing with hella confidence. Like I don't know what they're putting in this man's hand, but he was playing. He stood in there and threw some throws where I was like, "Oh God, Goff!" Like you look at like McVay Goff.
Hey, it's what we've been saying about how coaches should treat their players. They know what you got. They know your skill set. Give them everything that helps them out with their skill set and execute that. And if if the other team does better to prevent you from that, that's all right. We're just going to keep on grinding away, you know? Because look at it, 36 points. 6 points by the Lions.
Yeah, the last week they put up 30. They almost came back with the Eagles.
Yeah, you know? So, I mean, it's good thing they have going in there. Dan Campbell is running a good camp, you know, and he knows that we got to start winning now. So, you know, they're like, let's fucking do it now. And hey, they got their win early in the season, so that's confidence for the rest of the team, saying, "Hey, you know, we're not going to be 0-6. We're 1-1 right now." So you know, confidence moving forward for the Lions, and I think they will cause problems with a lot of teams in midseason.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely think they're going to be a problem for a lot of people. They're not going to be get the easy dub on the Lions no more.
No.
Like I said, I don't know who the offensive coordinator is. I mean, I don't know who's running that offense, but it's like they went to Goff and said, look, take the playbook and pick all the plays you like and comfortable with, and then we'll run them.
Smart. Hey, it's smart.
Yeah, no, like I said, he looks hella comfortable and he looks like he has a lot of confidence right now. And like I said, Lions offense is putting up points. So
yeah, hey,
was it? I saw a podcast with Golf. It was the Pivot podcast, and they started interviewing him, and you know, they asked the questions like, "How does it feel like, you know, with that trade that just happened and they won the Super Bowl?" You know, and you could tell that Golf's like really like matured, like that whole situation like matured the fuck out of him, and he's just there to do business now. Like I'm just trying to, you know, do better and get things done.
Do better, get things done.
So I mean, that's in the last 2 games. I mean, I couldn't agree with Golf right now. That's what he's doing. He's not trying to be anyone he's not.
No, he's playing good football.
He knows at this point. He knows who he is. Knows what he's good at. Sticks to that.
Yep.
As for the other side of the ball, Manders,
they are garbage. Bum, 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 bum. Plain and simple.
Oh,
but you gotta love the garbage time greatness from them.
I hate it.
If you're betting with it, then it's amazing.
I mean, yeah, but when you're on the other side of it, it sucks.
Yeah. He threw 337 yards and 3 touchdowns. It wasn't looking like that in the first half.
Hell no.
The first half was
shit. No, Commanders are going to be doing that a lot this season. He said they're gonna be the garbage time greatness team. They're gonna be what the Lions were, where first half you just complete ass, and the second half when no one cares, all of a sudden you want to wake up and start doing shit. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that defense. That defense at one point looked like it was going to be top 5. Now it's looking like bottom 5.
And they were like, "Who is Chase Young?"
Yeah, who's Chase Young? The offense don't look good, which sucks. Like, man, Terry McLaurin is looking at the roster of QBs he had to work with. It's surprised that we even know his name.
I'm surprised he's like, you know what? I want to get paid with this team. He got a big contract, and he's stuck with this team.
So. He's loyal. He's on that Dame loyalty, but sometimes being loyal means you're stuck with Wentz's and Heineke's and Grossman's and Fitzpatrick's. Commanders, you're looking at probably a 3-13 season.
3-14.
Hey, all I gotta say is this: we have to beat them.
Oh, I'm not even worried about. I'm worried more about the Giants now.
Hey, here's the, I'll tell you why to worry. We haven't even scored as much as the Manders the last 2 games.
You got a point,
yeah,
but we got good defense.
I'm like that's a cause to concern. That's it.
I feel that. Well, fuck it. Let's talk about them boys. So yeah, Cowboys got a pretty kind of impressive win over the Bengals.
The defense had an impressive win over the Bengals. The defense.
The defense, let's be real, the defense beat the Bengals. Even though, shout out Cooper Rush, he did a last-minute drive in his first start last year and got the win in Minnesota, and this year he did a last-minute drive and got the dub, so he's 2-0.
It was almost the same thing. He kind of was shaky. Defense bailed him out. Last minute, he was clutch.
Yeah.
I was like, interesting.
Well, he threw no interceptions. He didn't fumble no balls or nothing like that. He didn't lose the game, pretty much. Like, yeah, you could have played better. Yeah, the defense won the game, but you didn't go out there and lose the game. And when it was the last minute drive and with one timeout, McCarthy, McCarthy, he is ass at time management. I don't know what the fuck goes through his head.
And he always has a fucking stupid ass excuse of why he did it.
Get to the podium and be like, I couldn't really see the clock because the bright lights at AT&T and the Twinkie was still in my mouth, so I couldn't really. Like, bro, get off the podium.
Bro, get out of my face.
But yeah, he's ass at time management. But Cooper Rush went up, did the last minute drive, got him in a position, kicked winning field goal, and they beat the Bengals.
You know what's funny? It's always the Super Bowl losers that have the biggest slump the next season.
Yeah.
Because, think about the last few seasons. Like, the Super Bowl losers have a rough time the next season.
Oh, yeah. That's usually the trend, for sure.
And don't know why, but honestly, what they try to improve this offseason is still their biggest problem.
Yep. That O-line.
Fuck, their O-line was just god
awful. Michael Parsons was all over Burrow.
That's the thing. It wasn't even Joe Burrow having bad throws or things like that. He just had no time. He had the line was not helping him out whatsoever. It's kind of like how I saw the first game, the second game too. This line doesn't feel like they're settling in. And this is where the head coach needs to fire their offensive line coach.
Mm-hmm.
By now, you should fire him because you had a full season last season and 2 games already with these new players that's supposed to make you at least from last to mid-grade, and you're still allowing 6 sacks. No, fire your offensive line coach because that's unacceptable. Fucking unacceptable.
Someone on TV brought up a really good point too. They said that Bengals play Bengals receiver or the routes that they make the receiver runs or their playbook is a lot of like developing plays with like, Chase and Higgins going out there and running routes that take time to get open, where it's like, okay, bro, if you see the offensive line is getting owned, like switch it up, get some quick slants. Like they weren't really doing that. They keep doing these dropbacks where Burrow needs at least like a couple more seconds, and they just don't give it to him. Like, I mean, it doesn't help that we have a really good, a line, especially with Parsons being there. But I mean, it looks bad. Like, even last week they were giving up sacks. Like,
Bros is already getting beat up again. It's not looking good. So the Bengals really need to do something about their line or fire the offensive line coach, because if the first two games are any indication of the rest of the season, Bengals are going to be the Bungles again.
But I will say, whoever is the defensive coordinator, whatever he says in the locker room at halftime, keep it up. It's like every time Bengals, like, first half, they'll let people, like, score on them. In the second half, they just, like, the defense just instant locks up, like, makes all the adjustments. Like, goddamn. Like, y'all take that Michael Jordan secret juice back there? Like, but.
Yeah,
man. If let's just say Dak comes back, he said he should be back sooner.
Week 6. They say week 6.
Week 6?
That's what they're saying.
Okay. So Rush, that's 1, 2, 3. If he comes back at week 6, you're playing the next 3 games. We need you to win at least 2 of these. Our next game, the Giants, Monday night. I think we could win that. And then after that, we play the Manders. We should win that.
I like how you went from I think to should.
Should. Has to.
And we have to win those 2 games, because the third game before Dak comes back would be Cowboys at Rams. And I don't think we win that even with Cooper Rush. I don't even think we win that with Dak. But all we ask of you, Coop, beat the Giants and beat the Manders. All you got to do.
Beat your division. Beat your division. That's all we ask.
But we'll see. As for the Bengals, they're not. I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Bengals fan, because, I mean, Steelers lost, Ravens lost, Browns lost. So, like, they're not like, no one's gaining in that division. They're still right there. It's still very early. So,
like I said, the only thing that they should panic on is this offensive line. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only panic button they should start ringing.
No, agreed.
Jets and Browns. Another what the fuck moment.
These fuckers.
What if thought Joe Flacco would have came back from the dead and throw 4 touchdowns?
That's the original Joey Moneybags.
Joey Moneybags.
Joey Moneybags Flacco.
Jody Flacco.
Pretty Flacco.
You let Pretty Flacco dot you up. Dot. That last touchdown, I think, to go ahead, that Brown defender threw his corpse, and he couldn't swat. He couldn't swat. You know what that means? It was a hot dot, and you know it came from Joe Flacco. You let Joe fucking Flacco dot you up. I can't. The whole thing.
Hey, the fact that it was like a minute 50 left and it was 30-17. And you're like, oh, the Browns, the Browns got it, right? Right.
And then out there, missed the extra point.
In that moment, at a minute 50, when they were down 30-17, I wish there was a close-up shot of Joe Flacco's face. It would have been the new Derek Carr meme. He said, fine, I'll do it myself. And he somehow pulled it out. I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe that happened.
Yeah, the defense fell apart at the end. Like
and the onside kick. Oh my gosh.
Poor Cooper. I want to say, nah, I don't know why I was going to say Cooper Cup. Amari Cooper had such a great game, and then, he kind of that onside kick there. And, then after that, Jody Flacco dotted him up.
Yep. Corey Davis had one. Then Garrett Wilson had one.
Yeah, that Browns defense fell apart, man. I don't really put too much of that on the offense.
No, because, like I said, onside kick. Nothing your offense could do about that, really. Other than the hands team. Yeah,
and it really sucks because other than that interception that Brissett threw at the very end, he had a great game. He went 22 for 27, 229 in the TD. Right. But he threw that interception at the end and
it opened the floodgates.
Jody Flacco, 4 TDs.
Yep, slanging his dick.
Yeah, man, that was a wild game. Browns could have just closed it out, and Browns being the Browns, 1-1.
Man
was Watson's watching on the sidelines, like,
man was showing off his Super Bowl ring, seeing, see, I still got it. Got it. Fucking Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Cleveland. I don't know how you're gonna live that one down, but. Now let's go to the other debacle of the day: Raiders and Cardinals.
Yeah, that was fucking. What?
I gotta say one thing, man. I think maybe it is Kingsbury because Kyler Murray's doing some man. There was so many times I was like, man, offense is garbage. Like I'm looking at the Cardinals' offense for the whole first 3 quarters. Like you guys are straight dog water. Like.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, is it Murray that's not that good? Or is it this offense that he's in that's not that good? I'm starting to think it's the offense because the last couple touchdowns they had were all Kyler Murray. The 2-point the first touchdown to tie it, the 2-point conversion, the touchdown before that, like it. So I'm starting to think maybe he does have a point. Maybe with
at one point you see the back and forth of showing the camera on Murray then Kingsbury. At one point I was like, I feel like Kingsbury's just talking to himself.
Yeah,
just going just to make it seem like he's calling plays, but he's like the mic's off. He ain't saying shit.
But I do think Raiders threw this game away. Like they should not.
100% they threw this away.
Oh yeah,
because something's going on in Cardinals. Like Cardinals got this dub, but they look garbage.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you can't
Cardinals
allow a 20-second play and get scored on.
Yeah,
20 seconds.
20 seconds. You can't catch this dude.
I can imagine the Cardinals team on the airplane and everyone's kind of just looking at each other like we're good. We're a good football team.
Hey,
this is good.
Yeah,
we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Say it with me. We're good.
We're good. I'm just surprised they had to bust out the ski masks and pull this heist this early. Usually, you kind of save your heist for later in the season when you really need it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's either a game to get into the playoffs or during the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. The Niners busted out the ski mask at Lambeau Field in the snow in the playoffs. Yeah. That's when they decided we're gonna steal this game.
Yeah.
The Cardinals called them the chopper of week 2.
They're pulling the chopper. Steal this.
They're in trouble. Okay, and yes, I feel bad for Raider fans. Terrible because no team should lose like that. No team should lose like that.
But then again, the fans celebrated so early too.
So early, bro.
Popping champagne.
But that's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't put it all on the defense because the offense came to a halt. Straight stopped at some point. Like the Raiders offense had a chance to put this away, and they just, like I said, they just came to a halt. Like I was like, all right, well, all right, I guess, sure. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that Raiders offense. I thought they'd be way better, but They're looking shaky.
Well, a lot of teams are looking shaky.
Yeah.
You know? But Kyler threw some fucking bullets in the fucking end zone.
You want to talk about darts?
Hey, yo, I really feel like AJ Green lost his win because he caught the ball.
Yeah, no, he did.
Because after he scored, he was still on the ground. I'm like, I saw how fast that fucking football went. I'm like, he caught it with the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, he probably got the wind knocked out because ain't no way, ain't no way. Like shit, like he just fucking.
Kyler was throwing it mad. He was throwing it mad.
He the little space that he threw it in too.
Yeah,
was insane.
Yeah. Like, no, that's why I said I'm starting to think more like it's Kingsbury rather than Murray because like. Murray made a couple of plays where I was just like, okay, like you can't have somebody who's doing that and not produce some kind of offense. Like, come on, man. Like, and you could tell like even after they score, like Murray would like kind of like get hyped to celebrate, but he's just straight to the bench and sit down and looking pissed still.
Yeah,
like just pissed off. Like like there's no like a quarterback scores a big play, they run up to their coach and dap them up, or like if they got a good relationship like that, they get like hyped together. But Kingsbury and Murray, you can just tell like
there's
they
tension
don't
there.
Fuck, they don't fuck with each other. Like.
No, I think there is a big rift there, and I really think Kyler does not fuck with the play calling at all. Like zero.
No,
zero.
He doesn't. If anything, like despite whatever the record is for the Cardinals, Kingsbury's on the hot seat. Because even if they make the playoffs, I want to say even if they win a playoff game, I still think Kingsbury gets fired.
You think so?
Oh, because of the tension.
Yeah, true.
There has to be something good coming out of it. Or if not, they're gonna try to part ways and try to find a better coach for Kyler Murray to gel with, because that was all part. I feel like that was all part of the issue with the contract situation. But now the Cardinals are kind of more behind Kyler now than Kingsbury.
I mean, they already paid him, so
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to is like I think they're moving on from Kingsbury and moving on to Murray as like who they want to listen to when it comes to the offense.
But you know what's kind of sad though? Kingsbury was the one that advocated for Kyler to get to Cardinals.
Yeah,
he wanted him to be his guy, and then in the end, they can't get along.
Hey, he erased the whole Josh of. I forgot what his last name
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, Josh Rosen. He erased that shit for good. The good reason. Good reason.
Yeah, good reason.
Good reason. It literally happened the very next season, though. Said, hey, to hell with that. I know that was a first round pick. Burn it. Throw it in the fire.
Throw it in the fire.
You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later.
We're about to draft the reason I'm going to get fired.
And I don't even know yet. I don't even know yet.
I didn't know they were going to pick Kyler over me, but they are.
They are. They give him a contract what basically says we're all in on him.
Not you.
In the NFL, what's more replaceable, a coach or a pretty good quarterback? You know, like at least if you're, I don't know what you guys think of Kyler's ceiling. To be honest, I don't even know where it's at.
It's so wacky. I don't know. I don't know yet. I really don't know.
Because there's times he goes out there and I'm like, okay, dude, maybe it is you. You look fucking garbage. And then there's times, literally this same game, like I said, the first half, I was like, okay, maybe it is you, Kyler. You're looking straight garbage. And then second half, I'm like, okay, you're doing some amazing things that make me be like, okay, maybe it's them.
I mean, the thing about Kyler though is what kind of masks up his mistakes is athleticism. Because the thing is, fundamentally, it wasn't a good game for Murray. Athletically, though, greatness. Like I said, the whole 20-second play was bad on both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Because one thing, the Raiders allowed that to happen. Second thing, for 20 seconds, no one was getting fucking open.
Nobody was open.
No one was open.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, they're hella missing the DeAndre Hopkins, and you can tell because I've said it from the beginning. Marquise Brown is no one. He's not a one.
Yeah,
he's a solid two.
And that's why they did try to bring in Marquise Brown just in case, like, because they're boys and shit from college. But I mean, Marquise Brown is a number 2 at heart. There's a couple plays that he could have caught the ball, but he couldn't secure it. He got hit pretty good. But at the same time, like you can see that the Cardinals are hurting without like D-Hop or the true number 1 threat, I want to say.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know how to still like measure Kyler Murray at the moment. Still,
I don't think we'll get a good measure of him until him and Kingsbury separate.
True,
and then we can see like who was the problem.
The thing is, like, how do you compare Murray to another quarterback in the league right now? Probably everyone's gonna say Lamar Jackson, but
it's Lamar and Russell having a baby. That would be the most accurate way in my opinion. But can he actually win big games like Russell Wilson or be as electric as Lamar? Because Lamar is a little more electric than Kyler. So I don't know. I don't know where Kyler stands, and I agree with Doug. I think we have to see them separate, and then from there we can kind of judge Kyler where he lands in this league.
Yeah.
Randall,
pay Lamar.
You guys put Lamar in top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now?
Top 5. I wouldn't. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league, bro. Yeah. Fuck.
No, this guy. I think Lamar's the most back in the league.
No, but honestly, the more like every time I watch his highlights, like legs and throws, I'm like, he's really fucking good.
It's just his team's really garbage.
Yeah, and honestly, like running back room has been nicked up for a while. Wide receiver room has been very mediocre, but Lamar still finds ways to be relevant and win games. So you watched, his deep ball, nice.
It's so nice.
Nice.
I've always liked his deep ball, but people hate his deep ball, which is insane to me.
No, I think he made Hollywood Brown better than what Hollywood Brown actually is, just because he threw him open.
Yeah.
If you watch Hollywood Brown's bombs on the Ravens, Lamar threw him open. He made him go get that.
Oh yeah, definitely. No. I just know some people, like I've seen some like people on shows that they're not really a fan of Lamar's deep ball because they're like, oh, he's inaccurate. I'm like, are you serious?
Are you sure? I saw a lot of accurate ones.
No,
I've seen a lot of accurate ones.
I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about them because I'm like, I was so confused when they were talking about that. They're like, oh, he's not accurate with his deep ball. I'm like, what do you mean? He's slanging the ball out like that. I've seen him in college. Like he connected with his deep ball. So I don't know what they don't see in Lamar. Because some people still have doubts on Lamar. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Crazy to me.
I just don't get it. I always think that the flaw for Lamar is not him, but his offensive line or the lack thereof. Receiving options, the lack of running backs when they do get nicked up. So, I mean,
put Lamar Jackson on the 49ers. I better go to the Super Bowl.
Like, I can honestly say if Lamar Jackson was a Cardinal, man, the Cardinals would
should be stupid.
Yeah, with what they got right now. What they got right now. I like Lamar could kill it.
Yeah.
Even last season, they would have won a playoff game.
Shit, I think Lamar's best case would be if he was on the Niners with Debo. Right back. Oh my god.
He said, "Oh my god."
That'd be disgusting.
I feel like it would be effortless if he was on the Niners. Effortless.
Effortless. Speaking of the Niners, let's roll over there. Because the Raiders, we're done with you. We don't need to say much more about you.
Wah, wah, wah.
I don't know. I mean, Garoppolo's Good. I mean,
He is.
You don't get to see what Lance is, which sucks. Prayers for Lance.
Yeah. No, that's the most disappointing part. It's like we keep getting teased with Lance. There's always it's like first they barely play him in the preseason, then week 1 comes monsoon, and then week 2 comes by second quarter he's done for the season. And like I said off air, it happened same thing with Jimmy. It was going to be his first full season as a starter. I was hyped and injured. So I'm kind of worried because now he has to come back from this injury. We still haven't seen him play. He's going to be away from football again for more time. And so there's going to be this pressure coming off a pretty bad injury to play well next season. And I don't know if that happens. And to be honest, if Jimmy takes us somewhere, I don't know what happens moving forward. So things got kind of complicated in this game, but hey, Jimmy overall with the Niners has a winning record, so we're gonna win some games. I'm glad we kept them. Now that this has happened, I feel good about Jimmy being the starter, just to be relevant, just so we don't punt the season by week 2.
No.
Yeah,
He took you 2 back-to-back NFC championship games. Trust you ain't punting the season.
or else, yeah. So we'll be in the hunt. But it sucks because I really did want Trey to develop and kind of see what he was about.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, we made the Seahawks look what they actually are. We made them look garbage. That's what they are. And that's why I'm saying Broncos, you do that. You guys do that, but we ain't doing that.
You guys do that.
And that's why I'm looking at y'all like, I don't know. I think you guys are just garbage right now until you figure it out. But hey, we have them next Sunday night. Next Sunday night. And after what I've seen, I'm like, bring it on then. Just bring it on then. We'll play y'all.
Yeah, I definitely think Niners are still in a good state. Like, Jimmy G's not bad by any means. I mean, what he did the last 2 seasons, for you guys is just, Shanahan was ready to move on. He thought Garoppolo hit a ceiling, but, circumstances happen and he back.
Yeah. It's more in the end where it's like, Jimmy G reached his ceiling with his offense, not necessarily like, because Jimmy G could play. It's just, he probably was like, I see enough that I saw with you with my offense, and I want to try something else. Yeah. And that's why they went with Trey Lance. But I don't know. I mean, I don't even know with Trey Lance because another season-ending injury for a young quarterback. Yeah. The test sample of Trey Lance has not been very great because of the lack thereof exposure. So we don't know what direction the Niners are going to go because there's a good possibility, by next season, another quarterback battle is going to happen. And the thing is, Trey Lance is still going to be on a rookie contract. So they could play with this situation.
If Garoppolo takes the Niners to another NFC championship, is he back next season?
That's going to be the big story.
Yeah,
that's going to be the big media story, and that's why it's almost a double-edged sword if Jimmy makes a pretty deep run again. And let's say he does take us to the Super Bowl, and without saying what happens in that game, like if we win or lose, do you just move on?
Do you get rid of the person that took you to the Super Bowl twice?
Twice. And that would be a very hard thing to argue, but that would be something that the Niners would definitely have to handle and figure out and make decisions, but we'll see. This season now for the Niners organization has become kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Now that Jimmy is going to be taking the rest of the way.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Yeah,
if he wins it, sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
If he wins it,
everyone's a fool.
It's going to be a Nick Foles situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It really would be.
Slicky Nicky.
Nicky.
He needs to come in. Matt Ryan ain't looking good. Put Nicky in.
Is Nick Foles still on the Colts?
Mm-hmm. He back there doing his thing. Sitting on the bench, waiting to just dot up the teams when they call his number.
All right. Yep. Quick things. Chiefs, Chargers. What we learned from this game, still don't bet on the Chiefs until otherwise.
Don't bet against them.
Yeah, don't bet against them because but kudos to Justin Herbert. Probably cracked his ribs, but still kept on playing.
Well, no, Herbert's whenever Chargers lose, it's not because of her. It's everything else.
Yeah.
Manning show and prove he's not the problem. It's like the Peyton Manning situation. Like it's not his fault. The rest of the team can't do it.
Yeah, he's like, nope, we won't ever blame it on you, sir. You're the golden child. Panthers Giants. Bake is still bake. Daniel Jones is still Daniel Jones, but hey, they got the dub.
Panthers are really that ass, huh?
That's the thing. Like, where are the Panthers and Giants in the whole scale of things? Like, what are these teams?
Yeah, tell us your identity.
What is it? Well, like, what's there to be scared of? Like, what's your strengths? What's your weaknesses? I don't. I look at these two teams and I can't read either of them. I feel like they're gonna take random dubs and random L's.
I read random season. These teams are. You compare them to conspiracy theories. You don't know where they're gonna fucking go. They go down rabbit holes. They go down fucking rabbit holes. There's no rhyme and reason how good and bad they are at the same time. They just are. They're that.
Yeah, I have no clue with the Giants.
No clue. Yeah. Not a clue.
Not a clue. And yeah. Panthers are even worse. Like
Sheesh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But hey, Giants at least showing these past couple of weeks, hey, we're not ass of the ass like these guys.
We're just ass.
We're just ass. At least we can muster out a win.
Falcons, Rams. What you think about this shit?
I mean, Rams almost gave it up with the Cooper Kupp fumble at the end, but defense prevails like always. I mean, not really the best throw by Mariota. I kind of see what he was going for. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a bad throw. The reason it was a bad throw is because he put it in a spot where it's like, yeah, bro, if you threw that to like Kyle Pitts or a big guy who can go up there and get it, like, you threw it to like a shorter receiver and on Ramsey, who's easily going to out jump him. So like, yeah, but, yeah, Rams couldn't put this game away against the Falcons, almost threw it away. I mean, a lot of things did go the Falcons' way, but I mean, Rams still looking like a top team in the NFL, nonetheless. Cooper Kupp's still looking like he's going to be the top receiver. And it's for some reason, always wide open. Don't know how. Just don't know how. I mean, I don't know. Pretty sure the defense is like, hey, just cover number 10. That's it.
For real. Double them all game.
Yeah, but I mean, Mariota doesn't look bad. It's just two kind of bad losses back to back. But
you'll have more favorable matchups.
Yeah,
you will.
But yeah, good shit, Rams. Almost blew it. Who we got next? Chi-Town, Chicago, and Green Bay, the Cheesehead.
I mean, the same thing always happens. Packers trash it up the first game, and they come back. Then everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, the Packers have an answer from their last week thing." And it's like, shut up.
Bro, they play Chicago.
Yeah, So, hey, I don't know what the Packers are. They're definitely going to be carried, but more about their defense this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even against the Bears, it's like I kind of was not impressed because it was the Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
But exactly. I give it up. I give more credit to the Bears for even like trying to keep up.
Yeah, no, just I will say this about the Bears. Watching Justin Fields plays these last 2 games, I do think he's matured and playing at least he looks better than he was last season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his O-line's ass that he can't sit back and let a play develop. He has to scramble and let the play develop. He has to buy time and then throw it. Like
this line's not helping him out. I do agree with you on that Justin Fields he has the potential to play. Like last year, it was just all bad all last year. But seeing him now, he could play. Is just the lack of people around him, lack of players around him, mainly the line right now. So that's really it with the Bears. I mean, the Bears kind of hung in there at a certain spot. They just let that second quarter get out of hand, and
right.
But they made some fairly early stops before that, so they can get under your skin. I'll tell you, the Bears can do that.
Yeah, no, the Bears will have a couple. They'll be one of the bottom teams again, but they'll have a couple of dubs they shouldn't have got this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're gonna grind out some games for sure.
Yeah, but Fields does look like he's coming along as you would want a quarterback. Is just they need to build that line and they need to put some better pieces around them. But yeah, Green Bay, they're going to be what they always are. They're probably, like I said, they're most likely to win the division unless Minnesota can take it from them. That's, like I said, it's the only team in that division I think can take it from them unless Lions, go superstar mode this year. But yeah. It was the usual Packers-Bears game. Packers just tapping that ass.
Yep, pretty much.
Was that our final game from this slate?
Yeah, that is.
Believe so.
All right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed all those games today. Wild week 2. Moral of the story: put the fucking game away.
Yep, put it away.
We are Lovebirds in Sports, your favorite podcast channel. You guys make sure you hit that follow button, hit that notifications turned on so you know when we drop a new episode. We got the Dookie list being dropped tomorrow. We got Francis waiver wires coming up. We got Spuddy's quick picks. And then you know what it is Thursday. It's the DraftKings Week 3, baby. We stay busy over here in the Buzz and Sports during football season. So, like I said, make sure you have your notifications turned on for when we drop. We appreciate you guys listening to the channel. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. We will talk to you guys later. We are out of here.